Want to see more cool videos on our channel? We do, so press this bell and enable to send notifications.
Number 10. A whole light bulb. A dog named Cody was vomiting profusely, and the owner really couldn't figure out what was going wrong with him. Dogs can really do some dumb things occasionally, and swallowing a whole light bulb must have been a really uncomfortable feeling for this pup. This x-ray was taken of a golden retriever after he had swallowed a whole light bulb. Miraculously, it managed to stay intact the entire time. But what's quite interesting about this case is that with some extra fluids, the dog was able to naturally pass the light bulb without any complications. Number 9. An electric blanket. Growing up to 18 feet long, Burmese pythons are among the largest snakes in the world. They're known to be active predators who stalk and strangle their prey. They're able to kill large creatures such as deer, alligators, and large birds. However, there's a case of a python who obviously didn't get the smart gene because it ate an electric blanket. In 2006, this 12-foot-long snake needed an emergency surgery to save its life after it ate its security blanket. Snakes don't regulate their own body temperature very well, so its owner was nice enough to give him one. Apparently, the blanket got tangled up with the rabbit its owner was serving it for dinner. The blanket stretched out along 8 feet of the reptile's digestive tract, so veterinary workers managed to cut an 18-inch incision to remove the obstruction. Thankfully, the snake, whose name ironically is Houdini, was able to survive. Number 8. Snake surprise. A farmer in Nigeria came across an absolutely massive python who he believed was eating his cattle. The snake really looked like it had just eaten an entire goat or cow or something. They felt as though they needed to hunt it or prevent it from going after their cattle. What they found inside the snake was quite surprising, to say the least. It turns out the python was really pregnant and was just about to give birth at any moment. Here in this photo, you can see dozens upon dozens of snake eggs. Looks like these farmers got themselves a tasty treat. Or what turns out, this is actually a delicacy in Africa. And you can probably imagine this would provide a large amount of food for the tribe. That's really going to take some guts to eat this kind of thing, though. You think these farmers are going to have an excellent breakfast, or what? Number 7. Coins. A turtle was discovered in Thailand with 915 coins trapped inside its stomach. Whoever found this turtle probably became slightly richer in the process. The turtle lived in a pond that was constantly visited by tourists who would throw coins in the pond after they made a wish. The turtle had eaten so many of these coins that it got to the point where he actually broke through his own shell. Luckily, the procedure was a success in repairing the shell and removing the coins. No word on exactly what happened to the coins, but we're sure the turtle was happy to pay the doctor with them. Number 6. Unstoppable elephant. Jumbo was a circus elephant who performed on both sides of the Atlantic. At his peak, he was known for having the greatest tail on Earth. At the age of 7, Jumbo's appetite took off, and he'd eat 200 pounds of hay, 1 barrel of potatoes, 2 bushels of oats, 15 loaves of bread, and a slew of onions every single day. But that wasn't all the majestic creature was taking in. When Jumbo passed away after he was accidentally hit by a train, his remains were shipped to Henry Ward's Natural Science Establishment in Rochester, New York. When he arrived, multiple people undertook the work of dissecting and stuffing him so that he could stand tall forevermore. But a man named Peters had a sad shock when he began the grueling process of removing debris from the elephant's stomach. Surprisingly, he found a whistle, a handful of keys, and enough English pennies to fill a hat. No one was quite sure how Jumbo was able to eat these items, but the mischievous creature probably did so without anyone ever noticing. Number 5. Rubber duckies. Ducks are a delicacy in many cultures. Rubber ducks, though a staple in bathtubs everywhere, not so much. Unless you're a dog named Woof. Then they're your favorite bedtime snack. Quick backstory. A Florida woman had a small child who loved rubber duckies. Unfortunately, they mysteriously went missing fairly often. Every time the child lost a duck, the mom would buy a new one. One night, she finally solved the mystery of the missing ducks. As her kid splashed around in the tub, Woof trotted in the bathroom, snagged the duck, and scarfed it down. So Mom takes Woof to the vet, and they removed 5 rubber duckies. They also found a toy truck in his belly. The good news is that Woof had the item safely removed. The bad news is that no toy in that household is safe. Number 4. Entire kitchen knife. Puppies are curious little creatures. Take Lexi here, the Staffordshire Bull Terrier in Sydney, Australia, for example. She, for some reason, swallowed an entire 8-inch steak knife. Like all of the other dogs on our list, Lexi was taken to the vet for an upset stomach. Vets were beyond surprised when they performed x-rays and found a freaking knife inside of her. The vets managed to remove the knife after carefully pulling it back through the dog's esophagus, a meticulous effort that took close to an hour to pull off. Amazingly, Lexi, who was just a 6-month-old puppy, managed to survive the occasion, though it spent 3 days in intensive care. How did she manage to swallow an entire knife? Well, that's a question no one can really answer. Number 3. Car tires. Sharks and dogs have a lot in common when it comes to eating just about anything they come in contact with. With ocean pollution getting worse and worse, we're going to find some weird stuff and animals occasionally. Tiger sharks are known for their relentless appetite, and they're among a few species who will actually eat out of boredom. When one tiger shark came across a car tire, it just couldn't resist. But tires being among some of the most common non-biodegradable pollution out there, there have to be quite a few cases where bull sharks have washed up on shore with rubber inside their stomach. At least it didn't eat a person. Number 2. Pea gravel. A Welsh corgi decided to swallow approximately 2 cups of pea gravel. Why did the corgi weigh out such a specific amount? Is he trying to reach a certain weight goal? But all jokes aside, how did nobody notice the dog eating a substantial amount of rocks? Number 1. Entire human. An Indonesian young man named Akbar went missing on the island of Sulawesi after leaving to harvest palm oil. In the search for the 25-year-old, police told BBC Indonesian that they found a huge snake they suspected had swallowed the man. The reticulated python, reported to be 7 meters, 23 feet long, was cut open, and the man's body was found. Village Secretary Salubiro Junaidi told the Jakarta Post people had heard cries from the palm grove the night before Akbar was found in the snake's stomach. When the snake was captured, the boots Akbar was wearing were clearly visible in the stomach of the snake. Reticulated pythons are among the world's longest reptiles and suffocate their victims before swallowing them whole. Thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, please let me know by clicking the like button. Do share, write a comment, and don't forget to subscribe so that you can catch up my next video.